as I kept going. Counter-Strike was consuming all hours of my day, even when I wasn't playing it. If I wasn't playing, I was watching. If I wasn't watching, I was learning. If I wasn't learning, I was probably dreaming about snipers. I was glued to my phone getting super invested in the Shanghai Major, learning more about each team and witnessing the absolute destruction of players like Donk and m0NESY.
Oh, but there's so many targets, and he can often prove enough on his own. And can this little nuisance pull off an unbelievable clutch to keep his team in it? Yes, he can!
These fucking kids, dude. Or I was taking my new puppy, Dottie, out to go potty. Or Dottie helped me find cheap black and white skins. Counter-Strike and Counter P on the floor was basically my entire day. The group chat I started with Shig, Goob, and Rick was constantly active. It felt so fun to have a tight-knit community where we all shared the same goal of improving and would constantly hype each other up. It all felt super motivating to keep going.
Boys, I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm fucking viciously high right now.
Nice. This was a very important game to me because it felt like it was the first time where I was actually starting to do things differently. Expecting certain angles after practicing pre-fire maps over and over.
Nice.
Crosshair placement not always being dog shit.
Nice.
Using utility with some amount of brain cells. I can confidently say that I was improving, if only a little bit.
Oh my god, Orange. I just fucking came.
Ultimately though, it wasn't enough, losing a close game 11-13. But as Master Shig then told me, Elo may be lost, but knowledge is gained. Shig Scriptures 317 chapter 900. Game 14, I solo queued and played very average to my ability with good teammates who were actually very communicative and kind. Yo Rim, could I get a buy?
Yeah, I got you.
Thanks, baby. It's easy to assume random teammates will likely be toxic or racist when solo queuing, but I was happy to be proven wrong more and more often as I kept playing. After all, millions of people play this game, and I think the shittiest voices are just often the loudest. I had this 1v1 bomb plant featuring some super nervous aim.
We're gone.
I remember having crazy anxiety during this game to the point where my hands felt a little shaky, more like shaky jakey. Hope that's not foreshadowing. We started throwing a pretty significant lead as the game went on. And nice try.
Yo, good shot.
But we fortunately got it back together and finished 13-10. Well done, good shit, gang. After this game, I flew from New York to Tennessee to stay with my lady, who was still living in Nashville at the time, but I brought my laptop and a monitor to keep the grind going. You could say I was trying to be a Tony Hawk clone for the PS1. Yes, that is a grind session reference in the chat. Game 15, one of the worst ever. We simply couldn't counter their smokes and executes on CT side. I hit a couple doinks with the scout, but honestly, that's the only real highlight.
Man, no scope.
Teammate went AFK halfway in.
What is he doing? Oh, is he not here?
I nearly clutched one round.
No, nice. You've killed.
But couldn't find the fucking bomb because I have Tonka truck brain.
Where the fuck was it, dude? Jesus Christ, I suck.
I hated every second of this game. We lost 1-13. Game 16 was another struggle. I somehow ended up top damage, but dude, I still did the dumbest shit. Why did I not just play time in this 1v1 when I had bomb planted in a spot where I could see it from a safe place?
Gotta be CT, right?
Maybe behind me? Fucking A.
Alright.
Should have just played the time.
Yeah. There's a way better hiding spot I could have been in. That was stupid. My bad.
This loss was a new low. It somehow felt different from the others, like I knew better at this point and still completely fucked it up. There was zero consistency to my gameplay.
And too much, too bad.
Good try, guys. You guys had some good rounds.
Yeah.
I guess.
After that game, I flew back to South Dakota for Thanksgiving, but brought my laptop in case I wanted to sneak in a practice session. This was apparently a horrible idea. I tried to play a casual game and quickly got vote kicked for not immediately planting the bomb. Which I guess was my bad, but it still didn't feel great. But honestly, I needed to step away for a bit. I had to get my mind off CS and remember the rest of my
That wrecked ship? You can sneak through this hidden entrance to trigger a combat dungeon. Most players never
have better internet connection. You could play on your Xbox, then jump right back in on your PC. Both platforms working together in perfect harmony, which is why we created a synthesis of these two markets, built upon the shoulders of our most powerful operating system yet, a flawless product for the PC gamer. It's Games for Windows. Bill and I see Games for Windows as the future of Microsoft, and we've already hit the ground running. At E3 of last year, we hinted at the power of this Games for Windows unification.
With a unified gaming and entertainment network, creating a true unified game space. An identity, a unified brand, it's all unified. Unity.
Peter, don't forget the Renaissance thing.
To the third part of the Games for Windows Renaissance. It will be the single biggest launch in the history of Microsoft.
Our marketing team has done an excellent job boosting the Games for Windows brand awareness. Computer Gaming Magazine? I think you mean the brand we purchased and is now the Games for Windows magazine. A German gaming convention in 2006? 9. Games for Window convention. Games for Windows podcast. Games for Windows window cleaner. What's the problem with PC game boxes? Anyone?
Bueller?
Just another little joke to keep it nice and light and corporate friendly. The answer is no branding. Check it out. All new Games for Windows branded boxes. Now when any troglodyte gamer walks by our games, their one brain cell is going to activate. Our teams already estimate an increase in sales from this packaging alone. Also at E3 of last year, we showed off our very first Games for Windows titles. It was only a handful, but a decent lineup. Me personally, I love playing Asian Vampires LLL on my Altair 8800 computer left. But we're cooking something up that'll make the PC gamers go wild.
Very important announcement about one of the most powerful gaming experiences of all time. It generates more excitement than almost anything else out there. The fan base that hangs on every mere mention of the next chapter.
In addition to Games for Windows, we're also incorporating Xbox Live functionality, which we're calling Games for Windows Live. Yes, you heard me right. The online component of Games for Windows will allow gamers from PC to connect and play with gamers on Xbox. Cross-platform functionality is now a reality. We envision Games for Windows Live to be a service that now defines the bar for online gaming, which could bring together two communities. It's a win-win for everyone. Since we raised the bar, we've got to have cross-platform games that'll sell this service like hotcakes. Hence, Gears of War Windows Vista Edition, with an exclusive $3,000 cash prize tournament, Shadowrun, Asian Vampires again, and of course, Halo. We'll put it on the packaging. We'll show it at every conference. Cross-platform gaming will be the Games for Windows magnum opus. However, cross-platform functionality upkeep ain't cheap. So we're going to charge PC players $50 a year for skill-based multiplayer, even though it's a service that's been free for years on PC. PC gamers will obviously love this change. Our human interaction specialists have projected the exchange to go something like this.
This is a lot smaller than what I expected. But technically, you didn't specify, so this is fair. Thank you very much.
To make things as easy as possible for the customers, we will include a sign-in assistant that will walk them through the Games for Windows installation. There will be a Game Advisor extension that will scan their computer's hardware and let them know ahead of time if they can run certain games. We'll have an online marketplace to rival Steam. Windows Vista will make Games for Windows the most secure and easy-to-use gaming software ever made. Gentlemen, we predict that by 2009, Windows gaming will bring in over $9 billion. And that's just from Asian Vampires. We can make a fortune as long as we abide by the 4 foundational pillars of Games for Windows: quality, compatibility, safety, and ease of play. The stars have aligned, the cards have been dealt, and we hold all the chips. It seems the only question left to ask is,
do you have it in you to make it epic?
If only Microsoft knew just how epic it really would be.
Vielleicht kann ich den ja mal... Oh. Oh. Scheiße.
Welcome to the free market, where the customer is king until they aren't. The reality is that Microsoft had somehow managed to both over and underestimate their customers, as Games for Windows was not the egalitarian utopia they had envisioned. The problems its users faced, while hilarious and surface level, were accentuated by far worse foundational issues. A house is only as strong as its foundation, and Games for Windows had built itself on quicksand. Vista was far more demanding on the computer's drivers, which isn't a big issue if your computer was more powerful, and Microsoft just kinda assumed people would upgrade anyway, except a lot of people's computers were not that powerful yet. Most of the general public in 2007 was still rocking their one family computer from 5 years ago that had Line Writer etched into the screen. So when they did upgrade to Vista, it would lag like crazy, while at the same time Vista would treat its users like a child. The user access controls would constantly ask you for permission to run any program. Remember that for later. You're gonna play Purple Place? You sure you wanna do that? You're gonna open Solitaire? Great choice. You sure about that? Oh, Grandma's downloading more RAM again? Well, at least she has our consent this time. It was a feature that was intended for enhanced security, yet Microsoft themselves admitted it was meant to be annoying. Apple then dunked on Windows Vista for this very problem.
My new operating system, PCs have a lot of security problems, so he asked me to authorize pretty much anything I do.
You're pointing out Vista's flaws, cancel or allow?
Allow.
Very quickly, the public turned on Vista. The worst part was Windows XP was still supported and ran far better on older computers, so thousands of PC users
Tired of losing battles because of lag in Call of Duty?
Look where we're at right now. We're so high up. It's a nice little spot to snipe for my sniper challenge. They brought the whole building down. Oh, my fucking legs.
I wrote a blog post a while ago about why I fucking hate video games, because this is what it does. It appeals to like the male fantasy.
Holy fuck! Oh my god, a chicken gyro sounds so good. Oh my god, that chicken Philly looks so good.
We gotta go. You all right? Okay?
It's finally here. Battlefield 6 is absolute cinema. As far as I know, I am the first person to get the PS5 Platinum Trophy for Battlefield 6 because EA gave me the game 10 days before launch. I definitely didn't waste this opportunity. The date is October 1st, 2025. Battlefield 6 launches October 10th. But we're on the game, baby! I saw on Reddit people were questioning how I got the Platinum Trophy without the game being out. Some were not surprised, and other people were not happy about it. Hello?
Oh, how are you?
Good, man. I'm just trying to get the Platinum Trophy right now. I got a family to feed.
That's gonna piss people off because one of the weird things about the game is always gonna be like, oh, well, these folks got to play early. They have stuff unlocked that we don't have yet.
Hey, we deserve it, man. We got families to feed. Somebody accused me of hacking because I had the trophy for 1,996 revives so fast. In reality, I became a movement demon. And I'm not talking about the kind of movement demon that gives you a headache and makes you want to play a different game. I'm talking about a medic movement demon.